here we have my Suzuki GS500. What I'm doing today is I'm doing the fork seals because they were really going for it. I've started this video where I've already got the forks off, but just in case you're wondering how to take them out, just in there is a bolt with a 14mm head on it, and just in there, if you can see it, there is a Allen key bolt. I think it's around about 6mm, something like that. So just undo those two once you've got the wheel off, and everything else is pretty straightforward. The mudguard's a bit of a fiddle, but that comes out quite easy after a few swear words and stuff. So anyway, yesterday I took both the fork. Well, I took this fork leg off first, and this one's done. I've changed the seal in this one. So what I want to do is just run through a special tool that you're going to need to make in order to do these. That's the most important part about this video, because a lot of videos on YouTube tell you that you need it, but they don't tell you exactly what it is or how to make it. What you need to be able to do is undo that Allen key in the bottom there. For that you'll need an 8mm Allen key. I didn't have a one that would fit on a socket, so what I did was I found one, just a standard 8mm Allen key, ring spanner round it, which does exactly the same job. Oh, that was the other one I found as well. Anyway, that's that. So now, in order to get that out, you've got to put your Allen key in this end, in there, and down inside you've got a damper in the bottom, and it also holds the main part of the fork leg in, and that's bolted in with that Allen key. So the problem is, when you turn the Allen key here, the internal stuff just spins with the bolt, and you can't get it out. So you need a tool. I've heard it said that the tool from Suzuki to do this is about £90, so that's quite a lot of money. And the other thing is, we're in England, so everything in England, all the measurements on everything are in what I call French, which is metric, which is a real pain. So, after following some vague instructions on a couple of videos out there about how to make this tool, and they were all American, and they were all talking about American fine sizes or AF sizes, I had to improvise a bit. So this was the best. You need a bit of threaded rod. That's the largest I could get. That came out of B&Q's, and that's what they call M12, so that's 12mm. These nuts are 12mm. So you really need 4 of those, and you just lock them together. And then what I had to do was scrape around in my trusty box of nuts and bolts and find this. Now, this would normally fit an AF size 5/16 thread, so obviously it's far too big for that. So I locked them together with these two M12 nuts, and that spanner size on those is 19mm. The spanner size on that is 24mm, and it's that nut that you need to lock in down the inside of here, so that you can hold everything still to turn that Allen key in there, and it works a treat. It's a bit messing about, but it will save you a lot of money in trying to buy a tool that you're probably only going to use once, and then once you've made it anyway, you've always got it. So, I don't know how many other types of forks this will fit, but it's certainly doing the job of this one. This one's already done. So I'm not going to go into taking the forks apart. It's quite a simple thing. On the GS500 GS500, you've got this sitting on the top. Don't worry about this. All that is an adjuster for tension on the spring. So when you unscrew that out of here, this comes first, followed by this big spring and that washer and that disc, and that's about the size of it, and also the fork oil. So you need something to drain the fork oil into, otherwise it gets really messy. But that's about the size of it really. I'm going to get on and do the other fork now. So here we are with the fork in the vise. I've got it clamped on the two lugs where the on this particular side where the brake caliper would sit, so that's sort of held pretty firm. That isn't going anywhere. Right, this rod has to go up inside there, and I know that you won't be able to see up there, but there's a place inside here that this locks into like that. It won't move. On the other end, I've got my trusty 8mm Allen key with an 8mm ring spanner on it, and you need a 19mm spanner for this end, and you just hold on to these, turn that end, and it all undoes and all comes apart. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after it's all out. Right, so after a bit of bad language, I've got the Allen key bolt undone, as you can see. I prefer not to take them right out because there's a copper washer under that. You can't see it because it's actually inside there. There's a copper washer in there, and that creates a seal to stop the oil leaking out through the bottom of the fork. So it's good practice just to leave that in there. It won't hurt. It's got to go back anyway, and it won't fall out because it doesn't really want to come through this hole without a fight. So so that's that anyway. So time to take this out. It's a bit difficult because I'm doing this while I'm holding the camera. I'm doing this on my phone, by the way. But, so there we have it. So I'll pull the insides out of this and then come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've pulled the innards out. This is what the offending object was. This is a hard bit. The bit that's hard to reach. As you can see from here, the end of it looks like that. Pretty much looks like the internal circle of a ring spanner, and that fits exactly onto that, like that, and that's the only way you're going to get this undone, because that Allen key goes through the bottom of the fork leg and comes through into here, screws into there, is exceptionally tight. So so that's about that really. This comes out with that spring on it. Don't think it really matters what way round it goes back, because I've turned it around whatever way now anyway. But it goes on like that. When you take it all apart, you'll see it comes out with that on, so you've got to make sure that goes back with it. And that's about the size of it. So good luck. I'm going to change the fork seal now and put it all back together. Right, okay, I've got the fork back together to a certain degree. I've got the insert in here. The Allen key's all done up in there, so that's all nice and tight. I just wanted to just put an ending on this video. As far as the forks are concerned, or doing the seals is concerned, just to show the arrangement of how it all goes back together. So you've got this this first. This is a bearing, and then you've got this. This sits on top of the bearing, this washer, and then you have your seal. The seal slides down, fits in there like that, and then you need to be able to drive the seal home. You've got to have it, you've got to put it right, seat it right down nice and tight. And the best way to do that is get yourself, go down a plumbing shop. Only trouble is you're only going to be able to buy this in a 3 metre length, but it's not too expensive. You know, about £5 or something like that will buy you a length of this. This is 1.5 inch waste pipe, plastic waste pipe, and it fits perfectly over there, nice and snug. And then you use that to hammer this seal home. Let's give it a try. Got a rubber mallet. I really need 2 hands. I'm not going to go for it like that because I might damage something, but that's how it works. It's not recommended that you try and knock this down with screwdrivers and a hammer, because you're going to damage the seal, or worse, damage the fork. So yeah, it just takes a bit of care, but this will do the job nicely. Okay, right, that's that.